I decided to do this in a car because it's kind of like comedians in cars getting coffee, and I'm not really very funny. This is sort of the closest I come to humor. Anyway, the thing I love most about you, and it's really not most because there are too many things that I love about you, but one of the things I love most about you is that whenever I ask you to do a favor, you know, small or large, you tend to roll your eyes and sarcastically say something like, "Really? Do I have to?" And usually it's something you really don't want to do, but you always just do it. And you're incredibly reliable and then unbelievably competent because you always do it perfectly. And it just feels so good to know that you have my back and that I can always turn to you. And I hope you feel the same. I love you.
Hi Diane, I'm coming to you from my kitchen table because I spend a lot of time here, and I think actually, relatively speaking, I'm the most photogenic here. So here's one of the things that I love best about you. You really pay attention to people and think about what you've seen, and you really put together a sense of who they are, and in a lot of cases for people who, you know, there's rare people who need anything at all, of what they need, what they might like to get in the way of how someone would talk to them or relate to them. And you do this for all kinds of people. You do it for adults, and you do it for a really difficult demographic, which I think is, for example, middle school boys. And when you're done doing it, you call them boo, which is also great. And so I think instead of being explicit in saying what I think about this and how much I value it, I think we're just going to leave it at, this is your Abu Ben Adam trait. Look it up.
What do I appreciate the most about Diane? Well, Diane manages to maintain a level of calmness and coolness despite being surrounded by the emotionality of the Werner families, particularly its boys, which would include me. Note, I did use the word coolness to describe Diane, that despite her protestations to the contrary, she is pretty cool. She's a cool sister-in-law, and she keeps a cool head no matter what. And I appreciate that she has managed to keep the strong connection between the East Coast and West Coast families, which is certainly never an easy task. How has my life been impacted by Diane? Well, I think most importantly, she has shown me by her actions the importance of family connections. For many years, I didn't understand why every time I would talk to my brother or she, they'd be on their way to this bar mitzvah, to this bris, to this bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, wedding. There was always something. They were always busy doing something with family, and Diane has never used the inconvenience as an excuse for it to not be attending a family event. And in that way, she's really impacted me because she shows me the importance of being there for family and making sure to do the same thing. So happy birthday to a wonderful, fantastic sister-in-law. Love you very much. Wish you the best for the next 30 years of life with my brother.
Hi Diane, happy birthday to you. Pretty soon, you'll be as old as I am. A few more years. Have a happy birthday.
Aunt Deeds is very fierce, and that's what I most appreciate about you.
Hey Diane, first off, happy birthday. And I'd also like to say how you've been such an important and influential person in my life. Whether it was just talking about life or school or just helping me find my passions, you've always been a great voice for me to have. And you've always welcomed me and everyone into your home. You've always had food for us. And again, you've always just been there to talk. So for all of that, thank you and happy birthday.
One thing that I appreciate about Diane is that she always made me feel valuable and like I could contribute to any conversation, even when I was really little at the Seder table. She always made me feel like what I said was important and worth listening to and actually worthy of consideration from adults and the people around me. And I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me, even today. Thank you. Love you. Happy birthday.
What I appreciate most about my mother is that she is the most unselfish person I know, both in terms of her commitment to her family, her friends, and to the world as a whole. It's constantly about someone else and how she can make someone else's life better rather than her own, whether that's giving honest advice to her friends, her family, or traveling to the slums in India. It's never about her own personal Happiness is about making, the people around her, and then people that she's never even met before, and societies that she's never ever interacted with, better. And to have that level of unselfishness, I think, is really unique, and something that sets my mother apart from almost anyone else.
Hey, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Happy 60th birthday.
Can you tell where we are, Diane?
We're at your house, and it's Sukkot. And one of the things I appreciate about you so much is your tremendous hospitality and just your total peaceful nature. We go back so many years, and there's so much that I remember and think of about you, whether it's harmonizing at the piano or spending all the holidays together. I have an image of you helping Steve or watching Steve do the choreography for Fiddler on the Roof, the tradition song.
Oh, wow.
We just talked about this the other day. Our life is enriched by you in so many ways. We love you so much and wish you good health, happiness, and many more times to spend together.
And I'll just add your honesty, your integrity, and you have an awesome ear. You're a great listener, and you also give really wise advice.
Yes.
We love you very much, and God willing, we look forward to many, many more years together as two couples who love each other and the extended family as well. Happy birthday.
Love you.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
So we've been thinking long and hard as we were preparing for this tribute about whether or not it's possible that you really are one of the Tzadikim Nistarim, the 36 righteous people on the earth who are usually hidden, and not only do others not know that they are one of them, but often the person themselves does not know. So we've been thinking about the attributes of someone who would be one of those 36 special people, and realized that you embody really many of those characteristics. You are fiercely loyal to your family. You are committed to your extended family, your community. You have become a very active participant in the United States political scene and around the world, helping others. So if you think about it, you really do seem to embody all of those qualities.
So, it's kind of like a MacArthur Genius Grant. You can't nominate yourself. We don't even know how it gets done. And I think, because humility is such an important part of being one of these 36 souls, it's highly likely that you wouldn't even know if you were. As a matter of fact, if you thought you were, that means you aren't. So then we started thinking, well, what if you're the 37th? What if you're a runner-up? What if, you're just like an amazing, wonderful, incredible, extraordinary person, but you didn't quite make the cut? Because I looked it up, there's 7.4 billion people in the world. So there must be at least 40 people who meet these criteria. And then we were thinking, how are we going to really decide? Because we wanted to have more certainty. And we were reflecting on our time with you at Rosh Hashanah, and we reflected on something that really kind of tipped the scales of decision and made us decide that whether you know it or not, which you don't, you are one. And that was the
Beef cabbage soup.
Because only an angel could have made such a delight. Happy birthday.
We are
love
so
you.
grateful you're in our lives.
Yeah.
You are a blessing to us and everyone who knows you. Happy 60th birthday.
Happy birthday.
We love you.
Bye.
Diane, you have a gift. The gift as a friend, in giving encouragement and support, at the same time challenging all the time in a way which you attempt and accomplish to help me be better, both as a human being and as a rabbi. You help me rethink what it is that I say, write, consider, the way I view the world, the way I view important issues. And I don't think that I would be doing my job half as well as I hope I am, if not for you. And I cherish our friendship and your support and your critique. So I know the critique comes from nothing more than love and concern and a desire to make me better and help make the world better and our Jewish world better too.
Hey, happy birthday. I was trying to think of how it impacted me. I feel like you might have had a little bit of an impact. Definitely as a kid, feeling like your home was another home. It's a source of that unconditional love was really, I don't think I realized then how important that was to me. In addition to all the ways that I probably have no idea you were impacting me there. And I think even more so as an adult, becoming who I am and figuring out what I wanted to do and how to do it and what I could be doing, having that source in you of being able to talk things out over and over again and learning about all these new worlds that I just didn't have access to and didn't know about, and having you as a source to be able to say, why not do those things? And to kind of roam, I don't think I am who I am today. For sure not doing the kind of work I'm doing without you, Dan. I love you. You're my favorite second mom and my only second mom. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Diane. I have always appreciated how funny you are, and I've always thought you were the funniest of the family. And also just how you've always supported me. I've really felt that. I've really appreciated it. And the support that you just gave me when I was in New York for my interview was really helpful, and I just really, really appreciated it. I feel very grateful to have you as an aunt, and I hope this is a really great year for you. Love you.
Happy birthday, Aunt Diane. If thinking what we admire most about you, what comes to mind is your dedication to family and to community.
We really in particular appreciate that when we get to spend time together, we know when you ask us questions about us and our lives and our kids, you have such a genuine interest in everything that we're doing and give us such good and helpful advice. And we also realize and know about you, and I think everyone who knows you knows that you get such a genuine joy out of giving to others, and like Mark said, to your family and to the community at large. And we hope to be able to emulate you in those ways. And we appreciate all of your loving generosity, advice, and all the things that you've given to us. And we wish you the happiest birthday.
And many happy and healthy years.
So a few years ago, I'm at my house in Westchester, and my mother is screaming at me because I'm not wearing any pants, and the housekeeper's over, and apparently there's some rule that says you need to wear pants if in front of people who aren't your relatives or something. So I'm walking around, I don't really care, whatever. My mom screams down, "Michael, pick up your phone." Okay, so I pick up the phone, and it's Diane Werner on the other line, and and she says, "Michael, put on pants." So I asked her, I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. She's like, "Michael, just put on pants because put on pants." It's like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it. And what's funny to me about that story is that story took place like 2 years ago, or like 5 years ago, whatever. I mean, I'm in my 20s when that happened. And I think the point I'm trying to make is that Diane Werner has kind of always been a second mother to me. And if I'm being fully honest, for 3 years during middle to high school, probably a first, Don't please. It would be virtually impossible for me to narrow down the ways in which Diane Werner has impacted my life. So I decided to write down very quickly the different roles that she played. And so at some point in my life, Diane Werner was a mother, a protector, a role model, a friend, confidant, a guidance counselor, a lifeline, a resource, therapist, psychiatrist, career coach, innkeeper, chef, music teacher, program coordinator, party host, and the woman who for some reason chose to marry Michael Werner. It's crazy though that she was able to play that role to me. I mean, if she was Mother Teresa, people would be like, oh yeah, it makes sense. But she was literally a mother to 3 people and a Zach. And that she was able to have an impact on all of us. I mean, her home was always a place that we could go when we wanted somewhere to just hang out, but also when we needed somebody who could be there for us.
Diane, you are truly one of the most special people I know. You are a friend, a confidant, a mentor, and for me, really a second mom. Whether I was a whiny 5-year-old or an anxious teenager or now a job-seeking adult, you've always been there for me, whether it's for advice or just for a hug. So thank you for making your home my home, for showering me with unconditional love, for making me see how much good there is in the world and how much opportunities there is, things to be excited about, and for always making me believe in myself and how much good I have to give to the world as well. So I love you so much and have a happy, happy birthday.
Hey Mama, aside from birthing me, the biggest impact you've had on my life is teaching me the things that really matter. Showing up for our family, being a good host, giving back to communities in need, tipping well, humility, and that saltines can be as delicious as a 5-course meal so long as you didn't cook them. Maybe more important than the things you've taught me is how you taught them. You did not discipline my brothers and I with timeouts or incentivize good behavior with extra sugary cereal on the weekends. Instead, you've lived a life of endless elegance, poise, and centered selflessness. You have always given all you have and asked for so little. You are often the quietest person in the room, and yet, when you speak or sing, the earth shakes, and we all pause to listen. Mama, thank you for showing me what it means to live and lead by example. I love you, Mother.
Hey Diane, happy birthday. I wrote you a little rap. Here it is. Hey, I'm talking about one special Diane, sister, friend, wife, and mother. You're always there for the other. That's you. You're here. Don't need no fanfare. Just that thing you do to give extra special care. With a listening ear and a plate of food, you got all the right stuff to boost the darkest mood. But then there's your mind. Man, one of a kind. Who wouldn't want your mind when they're in a bind, stuck in the grind, falling behind, ready to say never mind, but then you help them get through so we can put it behind. You know what I'm saying, ain't no betraying, cause whatever the situation, no matter our orientation, you model dignity and respect, the unrealized dream of our nation. And though you're modest and low-key, you deserve an ovation. Yep, I can say that cause I'm your relation. When I think of you, Sister Di, I have such a positive reaction, cause you back up your words with wonderful action. You're never one to boast or draw attention to yourself, but it's hardly a secret your values are top shelf. From across the kitchen table or across this world so wide, you make a difference. I'm saying that one with pride. So now it's time to celebrate this date. I know you don't want no big display, but ain't no getting around it. It's a special birthday. Special because you're a person so solid and good. No way we're keeping that under the hood. Wishing you happy birthday and a great life for many years ahead. And not just so I can keep eating your brisket, cabbage soup, and the rest of your amazing holiday spread. No, it's because you fill up others with generosity that's hard to match. Ain't no mistake, Michael. You got one great catch. Okay, so that's all I got except to say I am totally blessed to have one great sister. Diane, you are truly the best. Happy birthday.
From the time you flew out to San Francisco and were gutsy enough to meet all of us at one time, through the years that you gave up your career to raise your kids and market Michael's business most successfully. I've really admired everything that you've done, but even more so recently as you've turned to helping the groups around you be more effective and achieve more. From the LGBT community in New York to the immigrant groups in Israel. Diane, you just don't stop. You're there to help everybody. But most of all, I love and appreciate what you've done for my family. So happy birthday and enjoy this.
Hi, this is my birthday tribute to the love of my life, Diane, as everyone knows. So, sweetie pie, you're my favorite person in the whole world. Best thing that ever happened to me was meeting you, falling in love with you, convincing you to marry me, and being married to you for the last 31 years. I am looking forward to another healthy, happy 31 years. You are still the best person I have ever met, and I could not be luckier. Love you so. Bye.
Hi, Diane. Happy birthday. Just wanted to appreciate you. You've always been there for me, and you've been a really positive influence in my life, and every time I think that I'm hitting a wall, you're there to throw shoes at me and get me out of bed and help me move along to the next step. So, love you lots, and you've been a really positive and wonderful person in my life for many years now. So, just wanted to say I appreciate you and love you. Happy birthday.
What do we most appreciate about Diane Werner? I think there's a lot of things that we appreciate, but I think one of the things is that we basically farmed out raising Zachary to her for a number of years. Her home became like his second home, or maybe our home became the second home, and her home was the first home. And it was always a great place to be, always lots of kids, lots of things going on. Diane never seemed to be bothered by any of it. More kids could come in, it didn't matter. Sometimes we sent over Jake, and then Matthew, when he was an infant, we sent him over there too, at least once. So she helped raise our kids. She did a great job. You were a great mom, Diane. Our kids turned out great, so we want to thank you very much. And really, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Diane. Thanks so much for everything. We love you. Here's to another 60.
Another 60. So you must be, you're 50 now? Was it 50?
60.
She's 60, okay. Happy birthday.
Hi, Aunt Diane.
Hi.
How are you? Sorry for my frightful facial hair. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I just wanted to say I'm so happy that you're my aunt, and I always feel welcome at your home, and you always make me feel like I can have a conversation about anything with you, and that you just make my life richer and happier, and I'm so glad you and your whole family are in my life. So happy birthday. See?
Kind of stole everything I was going to say, so second it. And what should I say? Thanks for all those years of avoiding lemon rice when I hated it and adding extra avocados to the salad.
True. Bye. Happy birthday.
And happy birthday. This is Mike Resnick. I don't do selfies, so instead you'll have to settle for a picture of an exotic but pretty plant. See, it even has a flower for you. As another married in, I just wanted to thank you for all the help that you've given me throughout the years, but most particularly for my little niece, Allison. My little niece has now taught herself German, graduated college, is a lovely young woman, and was tapped by her company to actually open their office in Germany. So honestly, I don't think any of that would have happened without you. And it just represents what you're able to do and what your values are, and I'm extremely appreciative. Have a great birthday.
Diane, it seems impossible to describe the impact that you have made on my life. When I think of every major or minor decision or anything that has happened in my life in the past 23 years, you have been a major part of it. I like to think most of those decisions were made wisely, and I know they were made wisely because they were made in consultation with you. You have nurtured me, you have protected me and my family, you have loved us, you have guided me. Sometimes you even yell at me when I need you to yell at me. And you have just been a total rock for me and in my life. I love you so much, and the love that you have shown to my children and the love they have for you. We know that you're their college essay writer, but of course that's such a little silly thing. Really, you're their college essay writer because they allow you to see into their souls. They trust you with all their innermost thoughts and ideas and feelings. And you are just the aunt, you and Michael are the aunt and uncle, that if they could write a description of what their ideal aunt and uncle would be, it would be you. And that's why they choose you both every day to play that role for them. I am looking forward to the next 23 years of friendship. Cannot imagine life without you being there as my guiding light. Love you so much. Mazal tov.
Happy birthday, Diane.
Happy birthday, Aunt Diane. We wanted to wish you a very happy birthday and also tell you how unique of a person we both know you are. You are somebody with incredible generosity of spirit, also very talented and gifted in so many ways, which enables you to give to others in so many ways. You're always thinking of other people, and in my life you've been a source of insight and wisdom. Despite all of this, you are one of the most unassuming and humble people I know. And overall, you're just an incredibly special human being. We love you so much, appreciate you in our lives, and wish you a happy 60th birthday and many, many, many more. Love you.
Many, many more birthdays. Happy birthday, Diane.
If and when I ever have the opportunity to be the mother of 4 boys, I just want to be you. You're an absolute inspiration, a wonder and a joy. Thank you. Happy, happy birthday. I love you.
Hi, Ima. I just wanted to say happy birthday and that I'm honored to be Diane Werner's son. Having you as a mother is a joy and a privilege. You made me everything that I am today, and you represent everything that I want to be. Thank you for your compassion and unending love.
College and MBA, journalism getting A's, married Michael, then came Zach, Adam, Evan, and then Matt, being wife and a mom. That's priority number 1, but that's not all what you have done. Let me tell you about your run, teaching a college course, being the mosaic source, reaching out to LGBT, helping the gay community, being on the board at Shul, running Westchester Day School, entertaining at the pool, traveling to Israel. No wonder we don't talk enough. Who could do all this stuff? Hope you have a great birthday. Many happy returns. Olay. Happy birthday and many more in good health and happiness. Admea Ve'esrim. All the best. Love from Debbie. Bye.
Hi, Diane. I'm under a tight deadline to wish you a happy birthday for your 60th birthday. I want to wish you mazel tov. You brought up such 4 wonderful kids. You have a wonderful husband. You're a good aunt to all our children. And you've, on a personal level, have accomplished so many things. I want to recall a couple of those things. I want to mention that you and Michael donated the Torah, and we were proud of you when you read from the Torah, when you read from the Megillah also. A wonderful accomplishment that our parents would have loved to see. You do a lot of things. All your travels are so interesting to me. Your work for the Jewish World Jewish Service and for Federation really always amazes me. All the things that you find time to do. In between, you found a little bit of time to help me start my internet and get my practice on the internet, which is something I couldn't accomplish without you. You helped Mark. You made time to take my kids out to dinner. All these things are appreciated, and I wanted to bring them up now. I would love to have more time. In general, I want to say that we never have quite enough time to talk about all your trips in as much detail. I find them fascinating, and I'm hoping in the future maybe we can do better on that. Mazel tov. Hope everybody's enjoying the birthday, and love you.
Hi, Diane. Addendum to your birthday wishes. Michael and I have a little advice for you. So there's just one area that we feel we will have a little more expertise, and we want to give you some friendly advice before you get much older. It's how to become a grandparent. So,
we both have 4 children. How is it that we are 6 grandchildren ahead of you? Here are our recommendations.
First, get your kids married. Tell your kids directly and don't beat around the bush. 2, your turn.
You must acknowledge some early mistakes that you made. You should have told your children to fight more and get out all the aggressions when they were younger.
During and after college, your children should have been tethered to the East Coast of the United States and not allowed to go to overseas indefinitely, meeting all kinds of weird Africans, Asians, Californians, etc.
Number 4, you should have sent at least half of your children to medical school and not into these crazy startups where they waste all of their creative energy.
And obviously, all the table discussions of sexual dysfunction should not be held in front of potential mates. Until they can be reassured that your sons are not the dysfunctional ones.
And lastly, your children should not be allowed to use Instagram. With thousands of followers to choose from, no wonder your kids can't choose a mate. We hope this advice is useful for the future. We hope to share some weddings and other life cycle events with you in the near future.
Mazel tov, Diane.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Bye.
Hey, Aunt Diane, happy 60th birthday. On your birthday, I just wanted to say thank you so much for inspiring my connection between religion as well as LGBT activism. Your work that you're doing in sort of creating a safe space is really, really inspiring to me. And I wanted to thank you so much for your support during my transition. It means so much to me, and I hope you have an amazing 60th birthday. Thank you. Love you. Mwah.
Something that I'm struck by with a lot of, my friends' parents and kind of the older people that I know is this like weird feeling of stasis. Kind of like they put their time in and they're not, going to change. They're doing their thing, and that's kind of it. And every year for your birthday and for Mother's Day, we sit down, we write a card, we think about, you and what to write. And every year it's so different. Every year our relationship evolves. Every year you evolve. And it's just something that is so striking to me. And I love it. In the last year, we had the first dinner with a woman that you actually got along with that I dated, which says a lot about my taste, to be clear. We had, a really, hard but productive conversation in the side of a car outside of like a weird diner restaurant in San Diego. We had an amazing but also pretty hard conversation as a family in Tulum, and we're just kind of in this constant state of talking and growing and improving, and there's no part of you that feels like the status quo is enough, and you're in this just amazing place where one of the things that I admire most about you is how you're just, everything can always be better and you're always trying, and it doesn't matter how much time is left. And almost nobody that I know that has turned 60 is like that. And it just, not only has it made our relationship better, and doesn't mean that I get to text my mom like she's one of my friends, but it's amazing just seeing your life get better and better and better. And I'm so excited to watch it get better and better and better. And, obviously be there for all of it. I love you so much. You're the best mom that I could have ever asked for, especially because I was, one of the worst sons you could possibly ask for a while. But I hope you have the best birthday. You mean the world to me, and I'm so sorry I can't be there. But I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Diane, happy birthday. You always inspire me with your concern for others, your drive to do Tikkun Olam, your creation of the incredible Mosaic initiative that has made a positive impact on so many lives, and the way you warmly open your home to bring family and friends together for the Chagim. The Chagim at your home are some of my family's fondest Jewish experiences and memories. You taught me how to make Judaism relevant, meaningful, and fun for my own family. I was inspired when I saw how Zach, as a baby, knew how to put on a kippah and put coins in a tzedakah box when he could barely walk. You inspired me as a future parent when you told one of the boys, "You can't do that, but you can give me a hug." Babysitting for your sons was a gift to me as I watched you parent with such love, intention, compassion, and humor. You are a source of strength in my life, and I thank you for being you. Wishing you a wonderful 60th birthday. Love you, Abby.
Hi, Diane. I always love the fact that you welcome me into the family right off the bat, and I've always loved going to the fact that you're so welcoming to me and the girls and all the Passover Seders, and it's just been great, and I really appreciate and really love you, and have a happy birthday.
Hi, Diane. Happy birthday. I love coming to your house and seeing you guys on Rosh Hashanah and the Passover. Thanks so much for making us matzo ball soup and brisket. Love you.
Meet Diane, who wrote the poems so smart, while Lois applied the cutesy art. Watch Diane in her tennis game while Lois hit her v-ball fame. What a perfect pair, 'cause they're sisters. Undoubtedly sisters for all time. One reaching 5'7", the other just barely 5. Sure, pregnancy wasn't their forte, but they are strong in other ways. They get things done in half the time and save on makeup, jewels, and wine. What a team so fine, 'cause they're sisters. Unbeatable sisters, and you'll find they talk alike, they sing alike, they've got the Zausmer gene alike. They're wise and strong and are always right, and they've raised some crazy kids alike. They cook for armies with delight and work to keep the families tight. You can bet your life these sisters are two of a kind. From your older and wiser and shorter sister. I love you. Happy 60th.
Hi, Diane. Happy birthday. I love spending Rosh Hashanah and Passover with you. Thank you so much for making me matzo ball soup. I love you so much.
Aunt Dee has impacted my life just so much, just by always being a constant source of advice and positivity and love and realism. I just can't imagine a better aunt in the whole world. So I love you, Auntie, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday. My life has definitely been impacted by the way you have welcomed me into your family and into your life with open arms. It's so incredible to see the family that you've built and how much love and care there is for each other in that, and it is truly so special and such a joy for me to be able to be a part of that over the past few years. It's also really incredible to see the community and the family that you've built for yourself that's so much more than you, Michael, and the boys. You've really created this larger community that sees you as family because of the incredible person that you are, and it is such a testament to that so many people see you as their second mom. Not many people can pull that off, and you've done an amazing job of not only raising your 4 boys, but really raising a community. So I wish you the most wonderful birthday, and I look forward to spending many more years together.